Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Paul again from my YouTube art tutorials. Okay, so today, this is going out on day 7 with my work with the Annaghmore and English regeneration scheme, regeneration group over there in Northern Ireland. I hope everybody's okay. And we're going to carry on with this fruit theme. I'm going to go back to Alex Solis's art, who does all sorts of cartoon characters based on fruits and vegetables. And I'm going to do here, I'm going to do a potato, quite small potato, who is creating his own 6-pack because he's working out, okay, by using a potato peeler. Obviously, don't try this at home, children. Otherwise you'll cut your skin. It's quite dangerous. Please don't do this. I need to kind of do a public announcement on that one, really. So I'm going to make it about the same size as these guys. Mostly browns you need. So I've got a grey, a few browns, fleshy coloured brown here, a couple of yellows, orangey yellow, lemony yellow, my fine liner to go around the outside edges, and my pencil. A couple of browns as well. So we are going to start at the top of the head. Okay, so top of the potato, I'm going to draw it here, and it's going to go round to about this size here. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to just bring that down a little bit more. Okay, so he's got a headband, a sweatband on this. So it's quite a colourful red and white sweatband. Okay, so we want a sweatband about this size, like that. Okay, and then we've got a curve here, and we've got a bit of a curve outwards there. All right. Now the reason why I'm doing this lower and this higher, this side on the right, is you're going to then bring his hand in. Okay, so his hand goes over the top, and then we've got some fingers. Okay, now I might do this in my fine liner because this pencil's not very sharp. Okay, so I might go over that again in a little while with my fine liner. So we've got the end of the potato peeler that comes in, and the top of it comes over here, and it goes right the way across, and then you've got a sharper bit. Okay, so we've got the handle which goes to about there. All right, and I'm just going to change to my fine liner actually, because this pencil's not as sharp as I'd like it to be. Okay, so we're going to just go around this edge here, and then we need a point. Now we're going to have a curve like that, and it's going to go straight on there. Okay, because we're going to have peel. It's got 3 jagged edges like that, and then it goes like this. Okay, so it goes down to about there, and we've got, that's it. So I'm going to go over this edge now while I'm at it. While I've got this fine liner out, we're going to have 4 fingers like that. That's it. Okay, so I'm going to carry on with my fine liner, I think. It's going to go down and round and up. Okay, if you want to revert back to your pencil, you can do, no problem. Okay. So there's his hand. His other arm, it's going to go down, and it's going across like this, and it forms a fist with his thumbs up, like that, okay? So if you can draw that, that would be great. And then we're going to carry on curving it around like this, and then we're going to curve it around like this. Okay. Now this front leg, Alex Solis does this really with his legs. He tends to have one leg behind and one leg in front. So you need a little gap for his other leg. So you leave a gap on this side, and then we go straight down. We go straight down again. These are really simple legs, okay? He's got a line like this, and a line in this like that. It almost makes shoes. That's it. Okay. Now I'll go over with a fine liner while I've got this in my hand. We'll just finish this off here. And we need a curve on this side and a curve on this side. Okay, and we'll go up and over for the top of the potato head, like that, and then one more, and we've just missed a couple of lines. One there and one in there. Okay, so he's already peeled a little bit, so what you need to do on this, he's making a 6-pack. So he's got this kind of thing going on. Okay, he's got another one there. It curves a little bit like that. Okay. There we go. Alright, so if you can get them in some kind of a line, and then on this side, curves up at the top, and it curves like this direction. And then we try and keep the curves going around the outside edge, okay? As if he's already peeled these bits of potato. Like this, okay? And he's got a little fatter one at the bottom like that. Okay, and that's it for now. What you've got to now do is just draw on your colour in, sorry, not draw on, colour in. So we'll go for a mid-brown if we can. So we'll just shade in, try and shade in all the same to start off with. I'm going to go a little bit darker around the outside edge of this one, actually, on one side. Okay, so you want to cover the surface with brown if you can. Okay. Try and go in one direction if possible. Try not to see any of the white. Okay. Again, you'll probably spend a bit more time than I am colouring in. I love this artist, Alex Solis. He's really funny with his art. He does lots of cartoon characters that, like Bart Simpson, and Bart Simpson takes his, well, it's like he's taking his head off, and there's another character underneath him from a different cartoon. He's done it with Star Wars characters as well. Okay, so I'm just going to do that top bit for now. You're going to get a darker brown, and you're just going to hopefully put a little bit darker shade on this side now. Okay. It's all about, even with cartoons, it's all about the shading that you do. Okay, makes it look very much better if you're shading in. Okay, so if we can shade in this kind of curved fashion, it makes it look like the curve of the top of a potato. Okay, so you can curve that around like this. Okay, and then really dark brown. You're just gonna have a couple of dark patches on his head, like you'd see on a potato. Okay, that's the kind of effect that you want. Just a few. All right. Now, same again. Just go for this lighter brown all the way down the body now. Okay, just avoid that that band around his head, that sweatband. Okay, now the hand's going to be much darker, so we'll leave that for now. Actually, might go over it and then we'll just go over the, yeah, we'll do that. We'll go over it and then go over it with some darker brown in a minute, okay? Now you want to try and avoid these pieces because these are going to be kind of a yellow colour. Okay, so I'll get out your way in a minute so you can see what I've done. Okay, so lots of shading of brown here. Obviously it's potato. You could go lighter if you wanted to. You can also go darker if you wanted to as well. Quite like 2 or 3 different shades of brown here. Okay, so filming this at just before children's bedtime, so might get kids coming through in a minute. I'm in the kitchen at the moment. Filming this on Sunday night, so even though we're at home, we're doing a homeschooling school tomorrow. Bamboo school. It's hard work if you're, obviously you guys have been doing this as well. It's not easy. I think it's a bit easy going to school. Parents have been trying to work as well, it's even a bit more difficult. Juggling emails and things. Zoom phone calls, meetings on Zoom. Not been the easiest time, has it? Okay, so just do the legs as well, we're at it. Now we haven't put his face on yet, or his expression on his face, like the characters above that we've done already. So darker brown around this outside edge, if we can, just like a line there. Okay, much darker in here, much darker on the outside of this arm. Okay, and darker on there, that's what you want to do on that one. Keep it lighter on one side and darker on the other if you can. Okay, so that's good, quite happy with that, maybe even darker than that under there. Now, this is where your shading comes in, because under his hand here, under his arm, be a bit more dark, a bit darker. Okay. Now, if you've got loads of time, you can get rid of all that white that you can see through this. And you could just maybe go over this, some of this with this darker now, and just get rid of some of that white. Okay. On this side, it's much darker again, to match what we've done above his sweatband, his headband. Alright, and then we've got much darker on the arm, much darker in the hand as well. Okay, there we are. Now if you do go over the line, sometimes you do a little bit, you can probably get away with it with a little bit of colour. You can rub it out, like I've done there just outside the hand. Okay, so lots more brown there, quite dark underneath this. Okay, and then dark under his, well, what would be his belly, under this bit here. Now don't forget we've got these spots to do on him as well. Okay, so we'll put these spots in a minute. Darker through his legs, but not the whole of his leg. Bottom, a bit darker at the bottom there. Okay, just one side of his leg maybe. Darker foot. Okay, now what I'll now do is just think about this yellow. So we've got an orangey yellow and a brighter yellow. So we're going to do the brighter yellow first, across here. Okay, and you want to shade this in all the same, including this bit that is already peeled. Okay, now the grey on the on the handle here, just a little bit of grey, not too much grey, a little bit, still see the white. Okay, so that's what hopefully you're going to achieve. And then we're going darker brown for these spots. Okay, so we just do circles of, just go even darker, sorry, circles of these darker spots here. Okay, some smaller, some larger. All right, so we put one in there, a couple down this, you can't see them very well, which suggests that got some marks on him. Okay, a couple under his tummy here, and one in here. Okay, and then we'll go much darker underneath this. So I've got the darkest brown I've got. I'm shading underneath his sweatband. Okay, now sweatband wise, we want a red, a bright red. What you want to do is leave the middle bit white. Okay, so if you can, going across there, really bright red, but leave the middle bit white. Okay, and then you're doing the red at the bottom as well, with a little white stripe in the middle. Okay, it's a little bit fiddly to do that, but that's the effect you want. Okay, just like that. Okay, so now you're just picking out all this white here now, try and get rid of the white. Okay, and then you're just going to go over the edges of this with this orangey colour, orangey yellow. Okay, got a little bit of grey as well. Alright, a little bit of grey just over the top of this top edge here. Okay, bottom bit, and then at the bottom we're going to have just a little bit of shading here as well. Okay, so it suggests he's on the ground. Alright, so now all we've got to do is we've got to put his expression in. Okay, and Alex Solis tends to do these tiny little eyes, so we're going to do this kind of thing for an eye. Alright, and this one's just got a line and like a half circle there. Okay, and then his mouth is like this. Okay, that's what he's doing. Okay, so he's concentrating on trying his best to get a six-pack. Alright, and that is the art of Alex Solis again. So that was day 7. Have a go at that. Send us your efforts if you can. Okay. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Make sure you click subscribe, share it with your friends as well if you can, and your family members. See if we can get more and more subscribers. We're up to 328 at the moment, and heading towards, very close towards 8,000 views. So thanks for your support, and see you guys very, very soon.